Friday. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Live, the last Friday Night Live of August 2025. Hope you all had a good week and hope you're ready for a nice, long, extended weekend, holiday weekend, Labor Day weekend. Always kind of one of those weekends where it's like, is it the end of summer? Is it not? I don't know. It sure feels like, it doesn't feel like summer here because we are at, what was it, 61 degrees? I saw Don Slate said 60, what was it, 67 or something? And you were saying, burr? It's like, oh, we're a lot cooler than that. But anyway, glad you're all here. Glad you're tuning in. Thanks for hanging out this Friday night. Cheers, everyone. All right. Yeah, we might have to fire up the Crown Royal this week in September. My earliest start of a outdoor wood furnace ever. Usually it's the first week of October, but I was just looking, and this next week is going to be like in the 40s some days, overnight lows. So yeah, we might just have to. James Baton, how are you doing? Daniel Atkins, let's see who I'm gotta scroll back. Mr. Van Dusen, good evening. Carl Lewis. The broken old Swede is here. Shotlift family Firewood, good to see you. Miller Stumps and Firewood, how are you guys doing down there? All right, and Tony Woods is here. Yeah, Craig's Cords to Coles. Yadkin Valley Outdoors. Frontier Firewood. We have got a nice little crew, a nice little pack of woodhounds hanging out here tonight. Jared, I had to ask you what I saw in the, not the pre-show, but it was like earlier, sometime from when I put the placeholder up to whatever afternoon time it was, but you had said something like propane is the best heat. Well, yeah, propane heat is the best heat. What in the world are you talking about? Firewood in the field. Jeremiah, how you doing? Billy. All right. Old guy Firewood. What was your question? Wait a minute. Went to get your passport. Ready for Bunyan. Yeah, you better make sure you got all your I's dotted and your T's crossed and everything in place because there could be some restrictions. You Canadians coming down. Hey, there's Matt, Lily's Farm and Firewood. Yeah, I don't know what he was talking about with the propane. I don't know. Slick Willie, good evening. What was what did Firewood in the field? Oh, he picked up Power Split. The vertical. That's the one with the little knee gimmick, right? You can like run it with your knee or something. I think that's right. Maybe not. No, maybe that's the split fire vertical. Right? I don't know. I get all these splitters mixed up. Yeah, there's a lot of that's the one thing that's, I guess if you're selling firewood, the one good thing is if it's cooling off now, that's going to get a lot of people into that mindset to it like flips that switch in their mind where they're like, "Oh, I got to start getting my I got to get my firewood." So, if you're selling, this is what you want. You want some cool little dip in the temperatures. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so it's the foot operated, it's not the other one. That's the split fire that has that. Like I said, I get them all mixed up. Oh, let me just see what I saw. Steve did a cleaning of the heat mower 400 today. Yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be I don't know. The only thing is I know that like if I start the Crown Royal stove up, it'll probably be for like a week, and then it'll be like 90s. It'll be like the whole rest of the month will just be hot. But I suppose I could just shut it down then. The knee control is awesome, says the Yorkwoods. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try at Bunyan this year to run that one. I didn't. I was meaning to at the International Firewood Expo, and then I didn't. Billy says, "I will burn less. Will you burn less or more wood with the new boiler?" The estimates that they gave me were 20 to 30% less. I don't know if you could burn more with something other than that, the Woodmaster. But yeah, they said about 20% less. So that's what I'm anxious to get it going. But like I said, I don't know if I want to start it too soon, because then I don't know if it'll be a good comparison or not. But yeah, supposedly less. Oh, SG. Yeah. There's a lot of drama floating around the internets, the interwebs. Someone the problem is that when people put out videos and they don't give all of the details, and then they go after someone like Easton Made when they leave out details that matter, like how long they had the splitter. And anytime that somebody makes a video and they say in the video, I think it was like within the first minute, the one guy was like, "We never wanted to make this video, but we feel we need to." It's like, all right, if you never wanted to make this video, then don't make the video, because right there, that tells me it's all a bunch of BS. But yeah, there was a little drama, I guess. But it's funny, like I said, when you hear both sides of the story, all of a sudden the initial story doesn't really hold a lot of weight. So it's just funny how those things work. It's like they put out this video, and all of a sudden you hear the other side of the story from Andrew, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, now I see. Now I see what's happening." Yeah, it's just all about, I don't know. I don't want to I could go on for the whole hour tonight about this, because I was just laughing when I watched that video without even seeing what Andrew put out. Because I was just like, yeah, I can see through all of this. All right. Yeah. That's what I mean. Is I was just like, Oh my goodness. It's not going to be good. Especially, like I said, because then when you find out the details that they left out, I mean, that's kind of important. Yes, Tony Woods, the Crown Royal is rated to be more efficient than the old Woodmaster. But speaking of Woodmasters, we got to bring out the ladies for this guy right here. Let me just make sure this volume's down. I don't want to blare out this music. Marlon, my friend. Hi, Dan. Everyone, cheers, friends. Cheers to you, Marlon. About another month, we'll be hanging out down there in Ohio. Thank you very much. Oh, yes. Let's see. I don't have a link to that video. Wise choice. It's, I don't even remember the name of it. There is Minnesota Murph. Hey, Minnesota Murph, he has an Easton made 37D that is available. If anyone is looking for one in the Midwest here, he is right down there in Minnesota. So if you're looking for an Easton made 37D and looking for a heck of a deal on one, Minnesota Murph has one. Northwest PA, good evening. Sean White, Cooperstown, New York, checking in. Well, good evening. How's everything out in New York? Cooling off out there? Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm getting prepared for this. You better be ready to say the words. Say the words. I chose, well, that was the one thing I was looking for. They didn't make the Captain Morgan wood furnace, and Crown Royal was, something that I don't mind sipping on every now and then. But no, it was, like I said, and if you didn't see the video, I've been, for the last 2 years, 2 years ago at Bunyan, I first started talking to the Crown Royal rep down there, and I think he was from Michigan. I don't remember his name. But then I went to another show, and then I've just been researching and looking at things online and comparing them to a few other ones. I looked at another Portage in Maine was another option I was looking at, but their boiler was, I think, even almost bigger than the Woodmaster. And I kind of wanted something with a little slimmer, smaller design. And I know everyone was commenting in the video that this Crown Royal looks like it's really small. And it's narrower, but it's taller. So it's the firebox on the inside. The one thing with the Woodmaster is it's round. So you hardly ever, I think you'll be able to get the same amount of wood inside the square firebox because it's taller than the Woodmaster. Yeah, no, Crown Royal does not make, it's not the same company that makes the whiskey and the boilers. They are two different ones. Jared, the tax credits right now that are still in place, I think, are only on the gasification units. So, and then I think after this year, they are all ending. I gotta turn my fan on because even though it's cooling off outside, Gets a little warm up here in the studio. There is Mr. Log, Cabin Firewood. Good evening, Jack. Good to see you. So yeah, I'm the other interesting thing, or the one other, there's two big things about the Crown Royal that may seem like small and like they're really nothing to do with how the boiler itself operates and functions, but like the ash pan clean out and the rain cap on the chimney. Like those are two things that like were something that like, you know, it was a feature that, like I said, may not seem like much, but man, when that ash pan with like the built-in handle, you can just pull it all out, and like the shaker grate, you just move that grate a little bit. The ashes, the fine ashes fall down. You take that whole tray out, dump it, you're done. Like no more shoveling and spilling ashes all over the place. Oh no. Have you seen the way this one is designed? This one, it's got a really interesting, like the way it's configured is, I don't think it will plug up because of the design of it. But I did put a rain cap on the Woodmaster, like a regular chimney rain cap, and that thing did plug up. But this one is different. And it's hard to explain. I'm going to I'll probably climb up there and do a video on it. But it's like got these inverted cones or funnels, and then the inside of them there's like, I don't know, it's just hard to explain. But it's not like the traditional rain cap for a chimney where like it's just capped off and then there's like it just vents out the side. It's different than that. I just have to, like I said, I couldn't figure out what the hell it was or how it would even work when I first saw it. But then once you look inside, you can see how the rain coming down would get diverted, and then the smoke coming up would go out. Oh, well, the broiler groups for the Crown Royal one, or for anyone, or like regular ones. But now, the other thing is, well, yeah, I'll have to see. Millwood Outdoors, how are you doing? And Larry Cluck. Good evening, Larry. So the other thing is yesterday's video. I got the belt tightened up on the conveyor, and that thing ran a lot better. And for anyone who's going to Escanaba, that conveyor will be over there. So you can go check how tight the belt is. Do you have to worry about bridging? Like Jack had, I don't know what you mean by that, but I probably don't, because Jack has a gasification unit. And I think his maybe runs a little different. I think. I don't know. Wild Bill Irwin is in the house. Good evening, Mr. Irwin. How is it going? Wayne, I will not be riding the conveyor tonight, tomorrow, or any time in the future. No, sir. The warranty on the Crown Royal, according to their website, is the industry leading warranty. It's 20 years. Some components are 5, but 20-year warranty on a bunch of the stuff. Like I said, there's certain stipulations and things, like, I don't know. One of the things, I do have to send in a water sample every year. And the what they told me, Don from Tomahawk Trailers, he said what he recommends is every time you shut down and when you start up to send in a sample, just so that you always have an updated sample on file. So in case if you start up and then you go a few months and you forget to do it, so I have to. That's part of the warranty, is you have to have your water tested every year. But other than that, like I said, on their website, everything's listed out: what's covered, what's not, how long. Creosote buildup on the door. Well, the door's got a little different seal. It's still kind of like a rope seal, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it. So I'm hoping there is not a lot of buildup. Well, and if there is, I know how to deal with it. But yeah, the water sample, the testing, and then the other thing with that is also adding that treatment to your water. But when we drained the Woodmaster, both Don and Ryan from Crown Royal, they were very impressed with how clean my water was that came out. Like, there was very little like rust deposits, and like everything just looked good. No, the Woodmaster is sitting out front for sale. I haven't officially listed it anywhere or announced that it's for sale, because I do have someone locally here that is, I think, this weekend possibly coming to look at it. But yeah, it's going to be available for anyone who, there's a few stipulations. You have to, if you come to get it, you have to be able to load it on your trailer you have to bring something to load it, because the Coyote does not lift it. So that's the one thing. That's why I think this guy that locally is going to check it out this weekend. I think he sounded pretty interested in it. So I don't know if I'll be making the for sale video or not. I never I never drained the water in the Woodmaster. Nope. getting a smaller footprint is a cheaper option when reconfiguring your woodshed. Yes. Instead of tearing down the shed, it was a better option. And even though I thought about trying to re-engineer some type of the post, I mean, there was no way to really do it. So it's, yeah. You'll just have to wait and see. I don't know if they'll be swinging or not, but there will definitely be some added elements at the final Paul Bunyan show Friday Night Live. Because James Baton said so. Nope, no antifreeze. Just the water treatment. And the water treatment is basically just corrosion treatment. It's now there's no like antifreeze treatment in it. It's just all like anti-rust. Yarding around. This is something that I'm surprised nobody noticed in the video with that I showed the Crown Royal in. So no, of course the hole for the chimney did not line up with the old one. However, I took off that piece of steel and I flipped it around so the old hole is actually down at the bottom, but it doesn't, it's like on the outside of the wall of the shed. And then I was able to cut the new hole in. So there's no, what you can see, like I haven't patched it up yet. I don't know if I'm going to or not, because like I said, it doesn't come down in the shed. It's like on the overhang. So I figured I would just, leave it in there, because it ended up working out. I had to do a little rednecking of it to kind of get it lined up, but yeah, I just flipped the sheet of steel around and then patched up the screw hole so that didn't leak. And I don't know, since I did that, I think we've had like 5 inches of rain, and it hasn't leaked too bad. I mean, there's a few leaks. I mean, the whole shed has leaks here and there. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Woodruff Woods has tuned in. Are you going to Bunyan this year, Mr. Woodruff Woods? I don't remember. I know there was one show that you weren't sure about, but I don't know if you have planned that far out, but hopefully you can make it. Yeah, it's just one of those things that, like I said, because I could have went and bought a whole new sheet of steel. I would have to get white. I had some spare sheets here that I think I had some from Slick Willie, but then they're a different color, and that side of the roof faces the road, so you'd be able to really see it. So I was like, well, what if I just flip this thing around? And then that ended up working out. WD-30 is here as well. And the Adirondack Woodsman's here, or also known as the Adirondack Airport Shuttle Service. How is it going? He was the he gave the airport taxi for Chris and Kenny to Boonville. Woodruff Roads. I plan to attend Bunyan. Alrighty. The list is building. I got promoted, which means a lot more work. Well, that's what happens when you add 3 zeros on the end of your paycheck. Oh. What was that? I just scrolled. All right. 500i party time. I don't know. We got to see about that. Oh, my goodness. It is the bottom of the hour. The Northern Woodsman is, or not the Northern Woodsman. Northern Woodsman, that's the flipping bag company. Adirondack Woodsman is up in Vermont. All right. Well, have a good Labor Day weekend up there. All right. The ladies are coming out. I think I'm going to have enough for one, and then I got to refill and do this other. We got to bring the ladies out for Woodruff Woods. Woodruff Woods, thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you in about a month. And bottom of the hour already, Lee, who's going to be looking good, wearing some Woodhound attire this weekend. Cheers. Thank you. All right. Let me see if I got to grab. I need one ball of ice. Jeez. Mini fridge is a little unstable. 3 zeros after the decimal. All right. Four drops in. Just enough left in the can. Bottom of the hour. Well, 3 minutes past. Mom and the boys, good evening. All right. I gotta see if I missed anything. Yeah, so I did talk to Bob a little bit about the conveyor, and they are looking at possibly finding an option to have like either some cleats on the belt or a belt with like built-in small cleats. Just with a little, and the one thing, like, I didn't even think about it, but I forget who pointed it out in the comments that I probably should have slowed the belt down, because with the belt running so fast, it was just like slipping right past the wood. So if I would have had the belt running slower, it probably would have made a difference. I'm not sure. But they'll be doing more testing with it. They'll probably be running it, like I said, at the Escanaba show. So I don't know who all in here is going to be going to the Escanaba show next weekend. Next week? Yeah, next weekend. Oh, we have got another another some time for the ladies to come out, because this guy definitely needs to see the lady swinging. Cheers from the beach. You're at the beach again? No lobster like sunburn. Log cabin firewood, thank you very much. Doop, doop. Oh, you know it. I was getting ready this evening, gathering my stuff up, and I went to the cabinet and I opened the door of the cabinet and the glass was not in there. And I had a slight panic attack because I couldn't find the buy glass. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And then I looked and it was down in the dishwasher, already washed, clean, ready to go. Yeah, I was like, holy moly's. I didn't know what I would be drinking out of. Oh. Is this any good? Well, huge load of hemlock. My thoughts are, if it burns, it's good for a boiler. That is that's how I go about it. Because I burn pine in mine. Because when you think about it, it's like you're not. Once the air shut off and the fire dies down, it's just sitting there smoldering. So if it burns, put it in. Hey, we got Northwest PA Firewood. Cheers. Thank you. Of those who have bought a chipper, are they worth the money? You mean like a PTO powered chipper, or like a big commercial tree service chipper? I don't know. I don't know if Minnesota Murph is still in here or not. I'm not sure. He does run, well, I don't know if he'll put it on his website. He's got an auction website. I don't know if he'll put it up there or not. So like with the Yappa conveyor, what they did is they just laminated some wood together, and then they just put a little bolt up from the bottom. They just bolted it right on to the belt, and it's just like inch and a half high, like wooden paddles or wooden cleats. So yeah, I think there's different ways you could go about it. I think they're just going to test a few things, and I think there may be a few options with actual belts from like made for either, I don't know, dirt or chips or hay bales. PTO driven. Okay. The only chipper I ever had was the split fire. But that wasn't PTO driven. It just depends on, I mean, my opinion is how big of branches are you chipping? Because I think that thing only took up to 3-inch 3-inch diameter branches, which is fine, but sometimes you get sometimes a lot of men think 3 inches is a lot more than it is. 3 inches isn't very much, let me tell you. It's because when I was chipping those branches, you'd put bigger ones in there, and holy moly's, you would think you were going to just stop the thing. Yeah, unless Wayne, unless you need or you want the chips, because chips are nice to have. Like I actually, I got three loads of chips from Rick last week. So but I'm gonna resurface the whole wood yard because I like using chips instead of rock, or I don't know. I like the idea of if I someday, the chips will eventually turn to dirt, and then 20 years from now, the wood yard will just be returned to a forest. There won't be big patches of stone and gravel. Timon! Are you ready for Bunyan, Timon? I know you are. Oh, well, that's not what she said. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's I know I've seen rubber conveyor belts with built-in cleats, and they're even in different shapes, like V shapes. So yeah, I think they just have to look around and find. Obviously something that's going to be cost effective to put onto that conveyor, or maybe they'll come up with a solution that they can modify and put on the belt that they have. I don't know about that. There will be it might be a Woodhound retirement home. Absolutely. What is her name? We'll give her a shout out from fainting and catching staples in her face today. Holy crap. Well, yes. That is great to hear that you are okay. Unfortunately, that happened, but if hanging out with us Woodhounds tonight is making you feel any better, that's all that matters. So cheers. And yeah, hope you have a speedy recovery. Jamie, speedy recovery. Stitches. Oh, man. Stitches, not staples. That's probably, that does, how many did you say? Huh? Oh, she didn't say how many stitches, but either way, Jamie, hope you're feeling better. And again, sorry to hear that, but it sounds like you're doing okay. So have a good rest of the Labor Day weekend. Oh my goodness. We got to get, I don't even know why. Husqvarna bomb. Woodruff, my friend, thank you very much. Cheers. Frontier Firewood, have a good weekend. Happy Labor Day. Well, that is good. It's sometimes I wonder if this Friday Night Live is like a cure for insomnia, and a lot of you on the East Coast just tune in because it just bores you to sleep at night. So you start your Saturday morning off fresh and recharged because you tuned into Friday Night Live. It put you to sleep, and you had just a great night's rest. Um, TC Outdoors. Are you going to be at Bunyan? Heading out. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Yeah, maybe we'll see you down there at the big one. Yeah, Colleen. That's what I was. I didn't know what exactly. I was trying to like envision like what that meant, but it's good at stitches. Uh, that would be a negative, Daniel Atkins. That file has been deleted off of the hard drive, never to be seen again. I think. Yes, it's not a. I don't know if that would make her feel any better anyway. Oh, oh, Wayne. Woodruff Woods, great seeing you. Can't wait to see the whites of your eyes down there in Ohio in about a month. Have a great Labor Day weekend. And yeah, have a good night. One. Bunyan? Are you asking what Bunyan is? Bunyan is it's a timber and logging expo, the Paul Bunyan show in Cambridge, Ohio. October 4th, maybe it's 5th. October 5th, 6th. Oh, October 3rd. October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's it's always, I don't know how many years I've been doing it, but it's always been a I think that's what you're maybe at. Maybe I don't know if that's what you're at. But anyway, it's always been a huge expo and a big show for like the logging and timber industry and firewood. And then about, I don't know what it's been. What is it? 4 years now? 4 years for five, maybe 4 to 5 years. It's kind of also turned into like a reunion gathering of everyone from YouTube that like a lot of people here in the chat. We get together, we get to see each other in person. Um, and so yeah, it's just kind of like a big get together. What? I got behind on the. What? That's what. What? What does Chris do to your husband? I don't know if this is the. We gotta wait till 9 o'clock to get past the family show hour. Brett, Foothills Firewood, how you doing? Ryan. No, but it does get. I do get. That's the only thing with the 500i that I don't know if they've addressed it yet or not. But I get like fine sawdust, like down inside the air filter, because the air filter cap, it just turns and locks. It doesn't like screw it down tight. So that is the one thing that is I will, I'll tell it like it is. That is the one thing with the 500i that's just I don't know if they have addressed that yet. But that was a problem early on. I mean, I don't know how much of a problem. I've had mine. What is it? 4 years now? 3, 4 years? Four? I don't even know. What? Pee. Chris in the woodyard makes your husband pee? Is that what you're saying, Mom and the boys? Am I the only one lost on this? What is happening here? Oh, I don't know. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Billy D, where all open fire is banned here for the foreseeable future. See, that is where are you at again? Because we have had, man, we have had a lot of rain. A lot of rain. It doesn't, but it's not been like, we haven't had really like, well, today it rained and like a nice steady rain, but it's mostly been like 3 inches in 45 minutes and then done. Check out the West Coast song. Yeah, you mean for the filter, the air filter? Yeah, I looked at that, was looking into that a while back, but I mean, as a hobbyist, do I really need a big fancy air filter, or can I just every time I run the saw, before I run it, clean the air filter, just you just take it off, blow that out. I don't know. Because I don't. If I was running it every day, then maybe. But yeah, as a hobbyist, I'm not sure I would need to get one of those fancy air filters. Oh, yes, indeed. That's right. I don't know how I made the transition from like my 20s to my 30s. I was a chick magnet, and now I'm a rain magnet from my 40s to my 50s. I don't know what happened, but it's just the way it goes. Yeah, that's what I mean. You just clean the filter out, get that sawdust out of there. It's fine. I barely like if I run a tank of fuel through it, that's you know, I've done a lot. For those of you that have been to my wood yard in person, you know it's not as big as it seems. But so yeah, it's easy enough to just check that air filter before you start running, and then when you're done, do it again. American country. Have a good weekend. Happy Labor Day. I might be doing something on Monday. I don't know. As far as live streaming, might have a little special holiday weekend live stream. Oh, Russell. Russell, let me tell you. It only matters what you're running as far as steel or Husqvarna. The only thing it matters is how you want to identify. If you want to be a man, you got to run a steel. If you want to be a boy, the big dogs are running the steels and the pups are on the porch with their Husqvarnas. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody here, I think, knows I'm just joking. We like to do the banter back and forth. So maybe if you don't know, if you're new here, if you're just watching for the first time, don't take this stuff too seriously. We are not here to ruffle up feathers, but it is fun, and that's the main thing. And most of the guys that dish it out are willing to take it. So it's never a concern of, we never have to be worried about feelings getting hurt. We can just say what we can just joke around. At least I think we can. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Yes. This is it's very serious. Very serious. But no, it's but yeah, I mean, once you get above a certain cc in a saw, yeah, it really doesn't matter. Um Hey Rogala. I don't know if I said happy Labor Day weekend to you yet or not. Oh, WD. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So you have both? Yeah. And that, like I said, yeah, sometimes, there's little things that one saw does over the other. Like I mentioned with the 500i, the air filter thing. And then, Husqvarna. I mean, if you're not worried about getting it started, you know, that's the choice. I mean, that's fine. If you if you have a really strong rotator cuff in your elbow, you don't have tennis elbow or anything, Husqvarna's for you. Larry Cluck, have a great weekend. Enjoy Labor Day. Oh, Nova Scotia. All right. Yeah, well, I know you guys have been really dry up there, and you've had a lot of wildfires. I know because all the smoke was coming down here to Wisconsin for about half the summer. And didn't they close down like a lot of the trails, like the hiking and biking trails through the forest and stuff? I think they like closed all of them down because they didn't even want people out there with like the potential risk of one of them, starting a fire. Oh, and look at it. Who it is. Uh-oh. Boss man. We were at we had school orientation last night. Going into the big 6th grade. Middle schooler here. Starting on Tuesday. Back to school. Oh my goodness. What are you doing?
You were doing that.
He comes in here with the iPad.
No, I'm not. That is
Let me see that.
That is recording.
With a video titled 1,000 Fart Sounds.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll be able to hear that. Are you ready, James? Jeez. James, that sounds like your mom. James Baton wants to know if you're ready for Bunyan.
Yeah. Not ready for Joanne to talk.
Oh, he is. I don't know if he thinks he's ready, but I don't know if he's really ready for what is going to be happening. Yeah, there have been some crazy topics of conversation this evening. It has it's definitely been weaving around.
So, see you tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to that wedding. I gotta go to a wedding tomorrow. I gotta leave the wood yard to go to a wedding. That's the downside of knowing people. Hey, is that what you really came in here to fart?
More like you. Mom took a video. I put that skeleton on the table and played this. And she titled it You.
I don't know. I think Shive has the burping app. Somebody said that they think Shive has that same thing, but Shive likes to. Oh my goodness, we are in overtime.
Oh my gosh.
Overtime. Yeah, weddings. I remember.
Did you tell them about the Venus?
Oh no, we found a ground hornet's nest, Brecken,
Which was huge.
which was big. And the weird thing was that I had mowed the yard and I went past this little pine tree 2 days ago, and I rode the lawnmower within a foot of this hornet's nest, and I did not get stung at all. But Boss Man found it yesterday, and we went and were watching, and this thing was just heavy activity. I mean, Bees were flying in like crazy, in and out.
Almost like Patrick.
It was out of control. So last night we had to go and I emptied a whole can of that hornet spray into the hole. Down it went. And I think it took care of it. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, there could be a lot of crazy topics some nights. But yes, that was a great transition. Speaking of hornets' nests, weddings and hornets' nests. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, I think it was like a few summers ago. I had like 3 weddings, and then I was like, all right, this is it. Now I think everybody that I know that could possibly ever get married has gotten married, and I don't think last year I had, maybe there was 1 or 2 that I didn't go to. All right, shut the door behind you. But yeah, it's just like, and then when you don't realize until the last minute, like, oh my God, that's right, that's this weekend. Oh my God. That's when you got everything. You're like, all right, tomorrow I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then, oh, dang it. That's right. I got to go to this wedding. But it is family, so I guess I shouldn't be knocking it too much. Yeah, I didn't even know if they I didn't know if that fart sound was even coming through. Well, WD-30, you can virtually invite me, and then just set up a camera. We can all tune in and just be there live. Are you looking to send invites out anytime soon? What's going on here, WD-30? Is there some breaking news we should know about? Did you pop the question? What is going on? Yeah, let's hear about this. This is a major development here in overtime. WD-30, have you found the one? He's gone silent. He's not responding. All right, 9:09. That's usually when. What? 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 Oh my gosh. I did not know that. All right. We are going to have to plan a Woodhound masquerade. That is, oh boy. Boss Man is he's already got his Halloween village out. Today he was putting up Halloween lights, decorations. He is going to be super excited. Yeah, we're going to have a Halloween party. Friday Night Live. Get ready. Get your costumes on. We're going to have, maybe we can have like You can dial in. We'll bring you up or send me a picture. Oh, that's right. No, wait a minute. What time? Trick or treating around here is done at 7, I think. So, yeah, when we don't get any trick or treaters here, I don't live in the. We don't have any kids. There's like certain neighborhoods in the city that people go to trick or treat. So we never get anyone here, but we're going to have to go out trick or treating and then be home before the start. No, Arnie. The only gasification was coming out of Boss Man's fart app. Oh my. All right. I think that's going to do it because I do have to I'm going to have to get ready. Get up early so I can get all the stuff that I wanted to get done before I have to go and have a little celebration at this wedding tomorrow. So with that, I think the last Friday Night Live of August 2025, kicking off Labor Day weekend, I think we will bring this one to a close. So thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate you starting your holiday weekend off here, hanging out with us. Super chatters, coins in the cup right here. Here. Where is it? Right there. Right there. I can't point to it. Right there. Thank you for those. And moderators, thanks for keeping things in line, although it's usually not too big of a trouble. But yeah, have a good night. Enjoy your weekend and happy Labor Day, Woodhounds. Cheers, everyone. Good night.
Been